What is going on? Today we are doing another mock draft. That's all we do around here so far. 12 teams, PPR from the 10th spot. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Yesterday we did 10 team PPR from the 5th spot. So okay. All right, let's look at the draft board. Bijan and Gibbs are going to be the first to go. This simulator does its thing, whatever. But anyways, Chase, Bijan, Puka, JSN, Gibbs, McCaffrey, Amon-Ra, Lamb, Jefferson. I'm just gonna talk about who I like. I don't have my personal rankings yet, but once I do, I'll get into more detail. But we're gonna look for obviously for a running back or a wide receiver first. If you're new to fantasy, never do quarterback or tight end first round. Just don't do that. Jonathan Taylor, Achan, Cook. Those are the guys I kind of like in this range. I'm gonna avoid Genty, Raiders, trash. And then we got London, Neighbors, Nico, Rasheed Rice, Pickens. Not too big on Pickens this year. These other four guys I like, but you really have to stop yourself and be like, who's the guy that's gonna like send it home for me? I had Drake London last year. Um, he's a dog. Penix is back, and they also have Tua right behind him if Penix was to get hurt. So I do really like London a lot. Neighbors, I like two solid. I just always get an ick with the Giants, so I probably am not gonna like reach out for him. So I probably prefer London. Not sure my order here, but if we're looking at running backs, you got to think the Colts were dominant last year in the beginning of the season. Jonathan Taylor could be elite, and then also to James Cook. Now I could bet on those, and even Achan was a beast. Let's look at his stats. Yeah, like come on, consistency. And they have like Malik Willis as their quarterback. I'll see how that turns out. I think he's going to be consistent and get a lot of points. But for me right now, I'm actually going to take James Cook. You could play the waiting game and hope that he comes back since other guys are higher up. But nah, I'm just going to be confident and I'm just going to take my guy. So I'm taking James Cook. Jonathan Taylor, let's look. It pops so fast. Okay. Jonathan Taylor, Rasheed Rice, Drake London, Malik Neighbors. We're back up on the clock. Let's look at the draft board. Echan right there, still crazy. That shouldn't happen. Nico Collins. Now I could really hammer Echan right here, but you need to start thinking about who's my third round pick going to be. Am I going to get a Hampton or am I going to wait for another running back later or just stack up on wide receivers? Right now it's Achan or it's Nico Collins. Nico could be solid. Let's look how he did last year. He had some pretty good games, but then he also had some average games. I get that I need a wide receiver, but I think Achan right here is too consistent to ignore, so that's going to be the pick. You got it. You can't win your draft with the first two picks, but you could lose it. So that's that. All right. Nico, Trey. You got to really you can't reach for Trey. You have to really figure out when you're gonna go get him. For example, he took a tight end and quarterback. I hate doing that. I really think you have to just take one and get your other one later. That's my opinion. Anything happens, but you need some depth. You're not going to hit on every single depth piece. And then, there's bye weeks that come in. So that's why you got to really build up the depth. Genty, Brown, Pickens, Olave, Bowers, AJ Brown, Hampton, Allen, Ted McMillan, Barkley, Walker, Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Ladd, Drake May, Devonta Smith, and me. I'm up now. I didn't get drafted. Don't play in the NFL. All right. Wide receivers, T. Higgins. Do I like T as my number one? No, I don't. I really don't. Um, Devonte Adams, he's getting old, and history shows when you're at a certain age that you peak. He did amazing last year. I think his catch rate was like 53% when he averages usually like 33. Uh, I, it sucks because like he's probably gonna pop off still, but I'm just scared of that decline. Although I'd probably take him and T Higgins over a lot of these other guys. Is there a running back I'm in love with in the third round right now? Jacobs could be solid, good depth piece. That is pretty much all I'm looking at. I like Kyron, but Blake Corum there getting more carries. I'm just like not obsessed with that. So it's either from and Derrick Henry, solid. So Jacobs, Henry. I love Chuba Hubbard this late, and Jadarian Price to start off the season. Do I think one of these guys is going to be a beast? The decisions. I really want to take Jacobs and Henry. I got two solid running backs. I'm confident I'll get another running back later that I like. Dude, and I got to look at the draft board. I think Devonte Adams will come back to me. That's the guy that I want on my team. I think will come back to me. So I'm taking the risky thing right now. I'm going to take another solid running back in Josh Jacobs. And yeah, that's a little scary for a team. We don't have a wide receiver one, but I'm going to hope that Devonte Adams is that dude. If not, we got to hammer wide receiver the rest of this draft. So drafting Josh Jacobs. Hope Devonte Adams doesn't get taken. He doesn't. Taking him. And I don't care that T. Higgins is above. I just remember all the points Adams got last year. And if he doesn't do that again this year, my next picks after this round have to be good. Now, what is it? It's the fourth round. We do need a tight end. And Colston Loveland just went off the board. Tyler Warren is solid. But in the fourth round, at least this point in the season, I'm not too obsessed with. Um, but let's just look at the stats, guys. Wow, 10 plus, incredible. It's not like a pop off week, right? He's not like popping off. It's just consistency. I'm not looking for that in the fourth round. I'm looking for like George Pickens last year, who just like skyrocketed. Zay Flowers is solid too. I don't want to ignore him. Lamar's number one guy. Popped off. He's really solid. So I have to give another look at him. Devonte Adams, all these touchdowns, like 14. That's nuts. But one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, like 9 games last year out of that's like half good games out of the season. As much as I love and I want to, the NFL is weird. Anything could happen. He's probably going to do good, but I think the smarter pick right here is to go with Zay Flowers. Even though Derrick Henry's still there, don't give in. You already have three running backs. Zay Flowers is the pick here for me, and Tyler Warren and Adams are on the wraparound if they're still here. Um, Adams is gone, Tyler Warren's gone, and Chuba's gone. That is unfortunate, but we already have a running back, so Derrick Henry, Waddle, Burrow, Burden, Hall, Kyron, Javante, Bucky, Adams, Jameson Williams, Henderson, McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, Ibuka, Hubbard, Warren, Swift, Scatterboo. So I'm up, and you know what? Just do a lot of mocks. You have to figure out where guys are going, and you need to know when to take those risks or not. Um, Harold Fannin Jr., Njoku's gone. He's gonna pop off, but he's not in this tier. So nowhere near reaching for a tight end yet. I'll probably just wait till very later, but we'll see. We need some wide receivers though, guys. No, I answered that. We need some wide receivers. We only have one. We need to get our depth up. Let's look at the cheat sheet. All right, Jadarian Price is still on the board. That's the guy I'm kind of targeting. Mike Evans on the 49ers. Evans is a beast. Might be the same thing as like, Devonte Adams situation, but if you look at his numbers at least, pretty solid. Is that someone I want to take a risk on? Yeah, I think that is. I'm not big on DJ Moore this year. Even though he's in Buffalo, he could do good. I just like I see him eventually dropping off. Not really in love with a lot of Bills wide receivers, and I feel like he's never really been that dude. Odunze, let's look at his or Dunze. He popped off in the beginning. I feel like he's only gonna get better. Um Jacoby Myers is someone I absolutely am targeting. I think since Jacoby Myers is a really safe wide receiver, I wouldn't care about throwing a dart at Evans like at the moment. Watson's gonna get more opportunity. Harrison upside, Sutton safe consistency. I need to figure out my order. Um, if I think Flowers is gonna be consistent, I'm probably just gonna go for the higher upside guys and hope they really explode. That's kind of where I'm thinking. So, and I know Jacoby for another consistent guy will probably be there the longest. All right, let's get to this. Is Evans the guy I want to take the upside on the 49ers? Ricky Pearsall's there. Or Sutton's a dog. They got Waddle, though, so I'm a little scared about that. But hey, we're going to take Evans. And I don't care if he sucks. That's the name of the game. That's what you got to do. Yep, Fannon's gone. And we're gonna, again, Marvin Harrison upside. Give me that, honestly. Give me it. We'll hope Jacoby's there for next round. Give me the Marvin Harrison upside. Uh, Godwin, solid too, another solid player. As far as the rookies, I don't trust Cam Ward. Michael Wilson popped off. I'm not opposed to him either. Jacoby Brissett's solid quarterback, but we're gonna go with Marvin Harrison for the upside. A lot of wide receivers just went. A lot. Big run. Jacoby ain't there anymore. Jacoby not there anymore. So these guys are a little suspect. We have to keep hitting wide receiver. We got our three running backs. We need to keep hitting wide receiver and not take our foot off the pedal. Kraft, Myers, Sutton, Tate. And obviously, if I like Myers better than Harrison, I have to take Myers before him in the future, but we'll see how the off-season reports go. Sutton, Tate, Pitts, Wilson, Odunze, Dart, Harvey, Metcalf, Brian Thomas, Dak, Chris Godwin, David Montgomery, Alec Pierce, Quinshon Judkins, Jalen Warren, Tootin. Tootin's nice. I gotta look into him more, but that backfield's his if he wants it. Price is right here. That could be, I know I said I need to build up on the wide receiver depth, but Price is someone, if you don't have a lot of running backs, that he could be great starting the season. Um, he's a rookie, so you never know. Even though Charbonnet's out for the first half of the season, you never know if he's going to be immediately fit in. I could be like, this is the guy I want, but I already have three running backs. I was forced into that spot. I didn't like the other guys earlier. You don't draft another running back if your wide receivers are weak. Don't do that. Charbonnet will come back, and I don't see myself, at least for the first couple of weeks, starting Price. Even if he does good the first couple games, then maybe week 3 or 4. That gives like me only 4 weeks to start him. I need to build depth. And if one of my running backs gets hurt, I have two more. And then obviously monitor the waiver wire. I'm always confident in picking up guys fast. So we're still doing wide receiver. Though I really want to take Price. Let's look at our team. Consistent, upside, upside. He's consistent. It might be good to get another consistent. Not a lot of upside left. Let's check. Pittman, Steelers, don't know what's going to happen there. Could be solid. And you never know. Maybe he eats into Metcalf's share. I love Michael Pittman. He's really good. He is a number one. So we'll see how that goes. Nope. Nope. I'm a little scared on the Saints. Ricky Pearsall has some flashes. Could be good to stack up him and Evans. Maybe like there's an injury. I'm just trying to think of guys that I would feel comfortable starting. And Josh Downs, he might be able to draw a lot of targets this year. Makai Lemon, AJ Brown's out of there. He's gonna get some action this year too. Um, I might Pittman, Lemon, and Downs. If I get 2 out of 3, that'd be great. I don't see like Lemon popping off. He could be good, but I don't see him absolutely being a stud. I'd rather just take the consistent guys, so I'm hoping for Pittman and Downs. Pittman, a couple other guys went. Now Lemon's still there. I still don't see the upside. So it's either Price or Downs. I'm not taking Price still, so I'm taking Josh Downs. I prefer him over everyone here. He could be a bust. He could. I think Tyler Warren is probably going to eat up all the targets, but we got to see how Alec Pierce does as a number one because Pittman's gone, so we actually has to see how he's going to do. And I like Daniel Jones, and I think the Colts defense is a little worse. I'm going to go with Josh Downs. He's going to get the ball a lot. And Jaden Reed, that's another solid pick, so we'll see. All right, Daddle, Price, Gainwell, Tyson, Pollard, Coker, Jones, Kittle, Pearsall. Don't read that fast. Ugh. All right. Wandale, Charbonnet, Dobbins, Golden Lemon, Parker Washington, Spears, Mason, Krosky, and we're up. All right. I don't care. More wide receiver. More. Laporta for the well, we'll look at tight end a little bit. I could go for someone, but I would rather wait. I got Brenton Strange basically with my last pick in every draft last year, and he was solid when he played. I wouldn't mind taking him later too. Keep getting those wide receivers, guys. Addison, I'm not sure. I think it's good Kyler's there, but Reed, Reed is he's a dart throw type of player. He gets hurt, didn't really pop off. Now Dobbs is gone, but I never know when to start a Packers wide receiver. If I don't know when I'm going to start this guy, I'm not doing it. Worthy, his first season was good. Last year was eh. I see potential if Mahomes gets better, and he did start off last season with an injury, so that was unfortunate. I'm just avoiding Browns wide receivers. I'm avoiding them now. It sounds great, but there's too many heads there, and the quarterbacks are all trash. So let's look at Shakir. Again, I'm never going to know when to start this guy. There's no point in me doing it. Any of these guys? I don't know who to start. I like my wide receivers now, at least. I'd rather start these guys over the other. So now I have to think, all right, oh, Dobbs in New England could be solid, but gonna avoid. I actually do like Romeo Dobbs, though. so I have to look into that more. Running backs, I could take Tracy as a backup to Scatterboo. That might be a nice solid pick. I'm actually looking at that. Um, Tight end Ferguson. Let's look at how he did last year. He did pretty good. In the beginning, he killed it. Um, Solid tight end. I'm gonna just fade tight end and just pick someone up when the season starts or just get someone late. I need some good pieces. I'd rather take Tracy. And let's see if Romeo Dobbs hangs around. I'm gonna take Tracy. Might be a little early, but you can't waste picks. Jaden Reed, never know when to start him. Romeo Dobbs, he catches touchdowns. Drake May could do his thing. They're gonna be pissed coming back into the year. Now, do I see myself starting Romeo Dobbs? I see myself starting Debo. Um, Herbert still there. I don't care. Waiting on a quarterback. Romeo Dobbs, does he want to be on this team? Hmm. I like Jonathan Brooks, but if you're not starting this season, I can't take you. But I just don't know if he's going to start the season. If he does, then yeah, he's probably going to be on the team. Oh, did he get taken? I can't even tell. Oh yeah, yeah. Wow. Right. I I think with injuries, I could see me starting him. I could. Probably not, but like I would rather have this guy on my team because I wouldn't want to pick someone else. So Reed, Pacheco, Sampson, Algier, Kamara, Shakira Diggs, Quinn Johnson, Sam Laporta, Kincaid, James Conner, Travis Hunter. Don't do it, guys. Ferguson, Jaden Higgins, Juwan Jennings, Casey Conception, Travis Kelsey. If they want to double up on tight end, let them just take away better receiver options. I might go back and be like, yeah, this is when I should have taken a tight end, but I'm not doing that, at least yet. You just gotta pick and choose. Wide receivers, Debo's there. He's not on a team. I don't care. I'm probably gonna take Debo. I'm not liking any of these guys. Debo's gonna sign with someone. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Herbert's there. That's some pretty good value. Let's look at the draft board. I mean, I feel like the Chargers are gonna run it more. I get it, Herbert's pretty good, but I like their offensive line. I think if they're ahead of the games, they're gonna run it more. I'm looking for a quarterback that's always gonna be throwing behind, or at least later value. So I'm still not taking the risk on Herbert. So yeah, we're call me crazy. We're taking Debo. I'm looking for people I can start. Okay, Herbert's still there. I could wait on tight ends. I don't care. Is wide receivers chops now. None of these names I'm starting. Chris Rodriguez in Jacksonville, or is it Tootin? I don't know. That could be a good pick. Um, Keaton Mitchell's the backup for the Chargers. That's interesting. Um, Hampton got hurt last year. It could happen again. So I wouldn't mind drafting Keaton Mitchell. I'm not drafting these tight ends. I'm not going for Herbert. I'll keep waiting. Give me Keaton Mitchell. I don't care if I drop him. Give me Keaton Mitchell. Rodriguez isn't a bad pick either, but give me Keaton Mitchell. And now three more picks. Herbert, Lawrence, Herbert, Purdy, Kyler. So the quarterbacks did go. Maybe I take a quarterback. I have to look into it more. I really have to see what guy I want. I have to do my rankings. Um, and we got what? We got three more picks. Wide receivers chopped. We could get a tight end right now. There's a lot of heads in the Saints backfield. Kamara could get traded. Uh, Katron Allen could be a good rookie running back. I'd maybe take a dart throw on him. All right, here we go. We're gonna take Brenton Strange. Trevor Lawrence has been getting better every season. Let's hope. Who did I even say? Katron Allen. I think that's a solid pick right here. And then finish it off a quarterback. Wasn't taking Malik Willis, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm taking quarterback with my last pick, but like I said, you really need to know when you're gonna get your guy. And Matthew Stafford did incredible last season. There's still Bo Nix here. He just got Jalen Waddle. Like, come on, guys. Uh, it does really dry out here. I like this like Dak range. So I like Dak. So hey yo, I like Dak Prescott. Ooh, he went the seventh. That's kind of early, but I've always just felt there's someone on the waiver wire that just does amazing, like Daniel Jones, who's still there. So that's why I'm taking my quarterback late. Give me Matthew Stafford, and if he sucks, we'll figure it out over here. Everyone else that has their quarterback is like forced to start him. So give me Stafford. And yeah, we're gonna look at our team. Running backs, James Cook, Achane, Jacobs, Tracy, Keaton Mitchell, Katron Allen. We're gonna start two at least every week. We have depth. Get some more running backs on the waiver wire if you want some more. Look for the handcuffs. Wide receivers, Zay Flowers, solid. And then upside, Mike Evans, Harrison, Pittman, Downs. I see myself starting these guys. So I'm not going to make the decision on, oh, he did good this week and bad this week. What? No. Packers wide receivers. I don't know when to start them. So these guys, I'll know, hey, I feel comfortable starting you. Tracy, good backup. Dobbs, Samuel. Dobbs and the Patriots catches a lot of touchdowns. Patriots pretty automatic. They're going to be worse because they'll probably have a harder schedule, but they're still going to be good. Drake May, guys. Debo Samuel hasn't been on team left. I don't care. He's a good player. Drafting him, I could see myself starting him. Keaton Mitchell, backup, Chargers, great offensive line. Hampton got hurt last year. Never really got like an opportunity since he was behind Henry. Strange, solid tight end. Team that's going to be in games. Solid. If better tight ends on the waiver wire, I'll pick them up. I'm not wasting an early pick when I can get really good depth. If I get depth here, it takes away from the other teams. Katron Allen, rookie running back, could win the starting job. Probably won't. Don't care if I drop him anyways. Matthew Stafford shouldn't have been this late. And like I said, just play the matchup week one. Maybe I get a quarterback here earlier. That takes away one depth piece. You play that game, figure it out. Instead of Debo, I get a quarterback. I can get Herbert or Lawrence. Yeah, I'm okay with that, but I want to really think about my team. I was weak with wide receiver. I want options. That's that. Thanks for watching. Comment below what you think. Let me know you want 10 or 12 team, what spot. And yeah, that's it. Until next time. Peace.